everyone, this is DWS Darius, and right now you're looking at what used to be my 29-gallon Hillstrom aquarium. I say used to be because this goldfish just took over and the tank is no longer worthy to be called a Hillstrom tank. So today we're going to catch this guy and we're going to give him a new home. So for those of you who don't know the story of this goldfish, a couple of months ago I went to the pet store to pick up some minnows. I was feeding minnows to my Hugetigar, which was the most famous fish on the channel at that time. But yeah, I was picking up some minnows, and by the time I got home, when I unleashed the minnows, I realized that this little goldfish, who at that time was only about an inch, was with them. Now, I was tempted to feed him to some of my predatory fish, but this guy had a lot of color for such a small size, and he also had a nice little black trim around his body, which is kind of rare. So I decided to keep him inside this 30-gallon aquarium. So I spared this goldfish in hopes that he could become a member of my backyard koi and goldfish pond. Now the reason why I didn't put him directly into the pond was because at that time it was winter. Now this goldfish was in an aquarium, and the aquarium temperature was about 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and outside it was freezing. And even though goldfish are able to handle those cold climates, it would be a shock to put them in from 70-degree water to about 20-degree water, so I didn't want to give them that shock. On top of that, the koi and goldfish that were in the pond were already in hibernation mode. This goldfish was already eating every day because he was in a pet store, so it would also be a shock on his metabolism, going from eating every day to just no longer eating until warmer temperatures, which didn't come until about 2 to 3 months later. So I added him to this tank so that he could wait it out until spring. Now needless to say, this fish grew extremely fast, a lot faster than I anticipated. When I added him, he was only 1 inch, and right now he's about 5 inches. And this aquarium, only 30 gallons, he definitely makes this tank look extremely small. So today is going to be the day where we take this guy out and we put him into the pond. Now the water parameters of my pond are pretty different from the water parameters of my aquarium, so I decided to treat this as if I was getting a brand new fish. So I went and I bagged up the goldfish and I put them through the full acclimation process.
Minutes later.
So even though it was about 80 degrees Fahrenheit outside, the pond temperature only came up to about 65 degrees Fahrenheit, which was still about 5 degrees lower than the aquarium temperature. So I decided to give him about a half an hour worth sitting and floating in a pond just so that he could get adjusted to the temperature. Then after that, every now and then I came and filled the bag with a little bit of pond water so that some of the other parameters he could get adjusted to, like pH and water hardness. Finally, it was time to release the goldfish into the pond. Now I do warn you guys that when it comes to camera work, my angles were just terrible, so the footage isn't as good as I intended it to be, so my apologies. Now when the goldfish was released, there's no denying that he was extremely terrified. As I expected, this guy only about 5 inches, surrounded by a bunch of big fish, on top of that in a new environment. So he was running from me with the camera, he was also running from every other fish. But you know, this is normal, and if he didn't do it, it would be pretty weird. For the next few hours he did the same thing. Every time a fish came near, he would run and panic. But eventually he started to get a little bit more used to them. As they came near, he didn't feel as panicky as much, and he didn't need to run, so that's pretty good. He also swam a little bit around the pond. I guess he was exploring the new boundaries of his new home. And I definitely think he's going to do perfectly in this pond. It's just a matter of days before he gets fully comfortable with all the fish and he starts to graze on algae and eventually start eating pellets with the rest. And I'm definitely sure that he's going to enjoy this 1,000-gallon pond over that 30-gallon aquarium. So everyone, that has been the releasing of my goldfish into my backyard koi pond. Now as always, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and if you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Now this leaves me with my 30-gallon aquarium empty and just in need of some attention. So later on I will be giving you guys a video of the rescape of this aquarium, bringing it back to life. But anyways, that has been a look at what I've been doing. Once again, if you like this video, thumbs up, and if you want more, subscribe. And hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you guys later.